Welcome to the English Bình Phước television station. I'm Hưng Kế. Now following are the headlines for today. Former Vice President presented state gift in Chân Town. Competition for activists promoting Women's Congress resolution. Government's December lawmaking session open. Vietnam in world's top 16 with richest biodiversity. Ladies and gentlemen, a delegation from the Vừa A Dính Scholarship Funds, led by Madame Trương Mỹ Hoa, former Vice President of Vietnam and President of the fund, presented Lunar New Year's or test gift to disadvantaged households and ethnic minority in Chân Town.
The delegation presented 100 gifts worth 40 million Vietnamese đồng in total to 100 disadvantaged households and ethnic minorities in Quang Minh commune. Each gift, which include necessities, is worth 400,000 Vietnamese đồng. On this occasion, the delegation also presented a total of 410 gifts worth 160 million Vietnamese đồng, with support from businesses and social organizations in the Southeast region. Vice Chairperson of the Bình Phước Provincial People's Committee, Trần Tuyết Minh, thanked the former Vice President Hoa, the Vừa A Dính Scholarship Fund, and the sponsors from the social security work. Ms. Minh suggested that all levels and branches in Chân Town continue to boost poverty reduction efforts and provide more support for families in difficult circumstances under the motto, people separated, families habited, and nobody is left behind.
The Women's Union of Bình Phước Province has organized a contest for activists who are good at raising public awareness about implementing resolutions from the 30th National Women's Congress and the 11th Provincial Women's Congress.
The contest attracted 146 entrants from 11 local women's unions. Contestants competed in 3 areas: a test of general knowledge of resolutions and dancing, singing and poetry reading skills, and presentation. In the presentation, teams chose topics related to the prevention and control of domestic violence and child abuse. The contest was aimed at raising public awareness about the basic contents of resolution among cadets, union members, women, and people, improving the quality and effectiveness of their work. It was also an opportunity for activists to exchange experience and expand their knowledge. At the same time, it provided a chance to assess the capacity and skills of grassroots activists.
The Red Cross Society of Đông Phú District has cooperated with the local young union to organize a spring welcome program for children in Thuận Tân Hamlet, Thuận Lợi communes.
The children played games, enjoyed delicious food, and received gifts from sponsors. The organizing board awarded 15 scholarships and 30 spring gifts to 30 students at Thuận Lợi Primary and Secondary School. Along with bringing joy to children, the program also called on individuals, social charities, and the community to join hands and contribute to the care and protection of children.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc met Vietnamese students who won medal at International Olympiads and Science and Technology contest in 2022.
This year, Vietnamese students brought home a total of 13 gold medals, 12 silver medals, 8 bronze ones, and 5 certificates of merit. Vietnamese team continue to be among the top 10 best performers. President Phúc said the party and state consider education a leading policy endeavor and provide priority resources for educational development. He asked the government, ministries, agencies, and localities to continue fine-tuning mechanisms and policies to take specific action to discover and nurture talent, motivating young and outstanding citizens to be dedicated to the nation. On the occasion, President Phúc presented 10 second-class and 7 third-class labor orders to winners of International Olympiads and Science Technology competitions.
The government's monthly law-making session opened in Hanoi on December the 26th under the chair of Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính.
During this session, the government considered the draft law amending and supplementing a number of articles of the law on people's public security, and proposes building such laws as the law amending and supplementing the law on credit institutions, the law on citizenship identification, amended, the law on industrial defense, security and industrial mobilization, the law on digital technology industry, and the law on urban and rural planning. Prime Minister Chin said that law building and institution perfection is one of the 3 strategic breakthroughs and a focus of the government's investment and drastic implementation. In 2022, the government held 9 sessions on the formulation of laws and policies, during which government members gave opinions on 40 draft laws.
Vietnam exported 1,700 tons of mango to the Republic of Korea for $7.4 million over the past 11 months of 2022, up 19% in volume and 25% in value year-on-year, according to the Agency for Foreign Trade under the Ministry of Industry and Trade.
According to the Agency for Foreign Trade at the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the average price of imported mangoes from Vietnam is currently standing at some $4,230 per ton, up 4.7% over the same period in 2021. Statistics from the KIU International Trade Association, KITA, show that the country's import of mangoes in the 11 months of 2022 reached 22,000 tons, worth $95.3 million. The Republic of Korea is a market with a large import volume of fresh fruit, worth more than $1.6 billion per year, and is continuing to grow strongly. Meanwhile, Vietnam's fresh fruit accounts for a very modest market share in this market.
The agro-forestry fishery sector has made new export records in 2022 thanks to the diversification of markets and products.
The sector's export turnover is expected to top $53 billion in the year, with a trade surplus of $7.8 billion, up nearly 48% year-on-year, statistics show. Notably, fishery exports would reel in nearly $11 billion, a 20-year high since Vietnam joined the international market. Records have been seen in shrimp, crayfish and tuna exports, with $4.3 billion, $2.4 billion and $1 billion in revenues, respectively. In the year, rice export is also expected to hit a record of 7 million tons. Contracts would be maintained in early 2023 thanks to high prices. Many Vietnamese agricultural products have gained access to new markets, such as durian, sweet potato and bird's nests winning permit to ship to China, pomelo to the US, long into Japan, and lemon and pomelo to New Zealand.
Vietnam is ranked the 16th out of the 25 countries with the richest biodiversity in the world, as more than 11,000 species has been discovered in the countries.
The species include about 6,000 benthic, over 2,000 fish, 12 marine mammal, 5 sea turtle, 653 seaweed, 94 mangrove plants, and about 400 coral species. These species live in more than 20 typical ecosystem types, have high biological productivity, and determine the entire primary productivity of the whole sea. For effective marine conservation, Vietnam's Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development has been consulting the government to issue support policies and invest in essential infrastructure items of the marine protected areas. According to the ministry, it is also necessary to have policies to support the implementation of co-management in the protection of aquatic resources. Government's support is also needed to help fishermen working in marine protected areas to shift their livelihood to environmentally friendly ones.
And that was 10 minutes of BPTV News. To get this news again, you can download our mobile app BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thanks for staying with us and see you next time.